Hello class, I'd like to do my last speech on my persuasive speech was on the national defense and our borders. To counter that, my points would be, I don't know if we should spend as much money as we do on the military, because as a $22 trillion in debt, the United States is one that spends more money on their military and their national defense than any other nation. According to the defense.gov, our United States budget for 2017 was over $587 billion just for our national defense. That does not include what money we spent above that for military strikes in Syria and other nations. If you assume that we spend over $500 million or $500 billion each year on our military, we could cut that in half and still probably be outspending any other nation in the world. That is probably about $250 billion more that we could use on infrastructure and other education and other needed things in the United States. As a counterpoint to the fact of on borders, I think that we should not have that a border wall would be a bad idea for Mr. Trump and the United States to use, considering that we could spend that money better on infrastructure, Wi-Fi, medicine, technology to better our lives each and every day, as well as the fact that our national defense could be cut down because we could be not using military strikes in foreign nations. As I said in the other speech, we fight our foreign wars so that way we don't have to fight here. But if we would spend that money that we spend overseas on national defense, we could spend it training up better soldiers here in the United States, keeping soldiers closer to home, having less combat injuries, and as well as we could also use it just in our own economy, keeping it based here in the United States rather than in a foreign nation where we're buying up their supply. I also think that another counterpoint would be the fact that we should rely more on other nations defending their own borders rather than us defending our borders. Rather than defending other nations' borders, we should be defending only our borders and allow them to build up their own national defense within their own borders rather than occupying countries for decades at a time. I know a lot of people that don't like the idea of us being over in Iraq and Afghanistan still, but there are many nations that we've been in even longer than that. If you look back, we've been in Germany since the end of World War II, which is well over almost 70 years now. We've also been in Korea since the 50s when there was a ceasefire signed between the North and South over there. And we are constantly still in Japan since World War II and spending money over there that could be better placed here in the United States. And if we didn't spend that money here in the United States, we could just use it to put towards our national debt, which is over $22 trillion and growing each and every day. I think that we should cut down, as a counterpoint, I think we should cut down a little bit on our military spending, not so much on the military personnel, but just on the fact of using it to bolster other national defense areas in foreign nations. I also do not think that we should be going out and nation building around the world. We should not be a national empire that is building nations and trying to influence people to be more like the United States. I believe in the freedom that they have to decide how and what to do with their own nation. As one that would be more of a libertarian, I would say we should take care of our own borders, protect our own walls, or protect our own borders with our own people, and stop fighting other people's wars for them. So once again, the counterpoint for my previous speech is that I don't think that we should spend as much money as we do on our national defense when it comes to what we do with foreign nations. I think that we have better places to spend our money, and we should not be in this much debt. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.